Hi, my name is Ogechi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching if you've been here before, and if you are new, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please check out the other ones. Subscribe to my channel, like and comment. It's so important for me to get a lot of engagement on this channel, so I really appreciate it. Thank you. In this video, I want to talk about something for artists. The top skills that I believe an artist should have. And I'm talking about music artists if you are not already certain, yes. And that's because that's my niche, it's my interest. As somebody who's been in the music industry for almost a decade, it's felt like I was growing into things. I was finding out what I needed to do along the line. I never really went to read and say, oh, I need to know how to do this or that. I just grew into music, so I enjoy doing it. So I felt like maybe somebody will find it useful, or even me reiterating it, I'll take it more seriously if I talk about the skills that every artist should have. And I say every artist because at some point I was telling myself some of these skills I don't need them, but when I can't always pay for things, or when I can't always understand people's perspectives, learning some of these skills helped me to even just level with it, like, oh, this is what that is about, this is what that is about. So yeah, you may choose one, some or all of them to have, or the ones that you already have, you may choose to fine-tune them or add to the ones that you get that you already have, or add more to the ones that you already have. But you can never have enough knowledge. That's what they say in life. There's no knowledge lost, and everything that you acquire in terms of skills would always work for you first. Because now you get down, you are the owner. You will now probably add value to the society or to other people around you when you use those skills with other people or for other people. So one of the skills I'll be talking about is mixing and let's say audio engineering. This skill is so important because I have been in studio sessions where I can't do anything until the engineer comes to sit down. But the minute I learned how to record, I'll have my engineer go and get something down the road or fix something that came up, and I've recorded like 4 or 5 takes. So when he comes back, he's able to move forward. Like, I became helpful in the studio more than I ever was. So I think even if you're not going to be great at mixing your vocals, but audio engineering in the sense of being able to record yourself, just pressing that button, knowing where to delete, when to undo, how to turn on the mic, little things like that, it's not going to kill you if you know it. I mean, some people want to just be baby artists where they sit, do nothing, everybody presses everything for them. That's all well and good, but I'm speaking to anybody who is my audience that cares for tips like this. You will never go wrong with learning some of these things. And maybe even if you're not learning for yourself, you could help other people. When you are present in the room, you can record someone else. And for mixing, it is so that as an artist, when you do things like drop a cover, if you don't like the way your cover sounds, you get better by mixing it. Something about mixing that some people will think is, oh, it's only people who use a full home studio setup that can mix. No, before I got a full studio setup, I used to mix with an app called BandLab. On BandLab, you would add EQ, it has everything that any other recording software has, like Fruity Loops or Cubase. It has the same thing. So I was mixing on my phone. So you can mix anyhow, you can mix sounds anyhow, you can learn to mix in any way. If you Google how to mix or you search on YouTube how to mix, you will find tons and tons of teachers that one of them will suit you. So that's number one top skill that I think every artist should have. Being able to mix or having an audio engineering skill is very important. Yes, I think mixing and audio engineering actually also sharpens your skill for hearing, like how you hear music, how much you can tell notes and sounds, and you get better when you know these things, because over and over you hear different recording patterns or sounds, and you can now fine-tune it for yourself as an artist. When it's time to record, your ear is just better. I say natural things like hanging around in church, you will learn how to probably play one of the instruments, or you get better at singing. It feels like that for me, yeah. So on to the second skill that I think an artist should have. I think that artists should have time management skill. Time management is not just time management. I think it's an actual skill, because I've seen people who just while away time, but it took me at some point to tell myself, oh, mom, you need to schedule how to do things. And sometimes I don't even schedule, like go write it down. I just in my brain say, today I'm doing these 4 things, and I'll do it before 4 p.m. And what I need to make sure I'll do is spread the hours I have before 4 p.m. And by 4 p.m. I check back with myself, have you done 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 4? That's what I think time management is about. Actively sharing your time to be used effectively. So I think artists need that. Why? There's so many other things you may be doing with your life, or even if it is just music, if you want to make beats and you want to record, sharing your time into when you make beats and when you record, it's part of using your time. So if you want to eat also, it's part of it. So you won't spend 6 hours eating, before you know it, you've slept, you've laid down, you're drinking water, you've not done the recording you're supposed to do. If you can't manage your time well, you are probably wasting more value you can bring to the world or yourself, because time is money for me. I think if you look at it well and you choose to agree to disagree, you find that time is money. So time management is an important skill, very, very, very important. Another top skill that every artist should have, it should be creativity. Just the ability to innovate, create, come up with something new. I think that's what creativity is about, coming up with something new. And I say it with the word creativity because I want it to be very broad. It can be as little as coming up with an idea, coming up with a note, coming up with a melody, a sound, a sentence, words that rhyme. That's how little creativity is, just being able to think up a new thought. And I think as long as a person is alive, they can think a new thought. So anybody can be creative, it's just channeling the right way. But I think the key skill is to have this creativity. So even if there now has to be a creative director there hearing that, oh, this is what this artist is trying to put across, all well and good, but there is something that is created. So yes, try and look for ways to polish that skill. They can't go wrong with creating. It's just the way they're good ideas, they're bad ideas. So when you bring out new thoughts or you create something, you tweak it, you adjust it, you see if it's okay, you speak to other people and balance ideas and do better each time. So yeah, that's a lot about that skill. Another top skill that an artist should have is an obvious one, singing or rapping. If you're a music artist, why would you not know how to do one or the other? Except the type of music is the type that they're speaking, they're talking. But even at that, you should know how to talk on the mic. Yeah, so singing and rapping is a very important skill. I don't think I need to dwell too much on this. Why do you need to learn how to sing or rap? How do you want to sell music if you can't do either? You are not the one who make the beat maybe or mix and master, but you are the music artist, so you are the one who will deliver it. So you have to learn how to do your deliveries, how to pitch, how to pick the right key, how to stay on key, how to flow with the beat, how to, be on the beat and not let the beat drown you, how to take charge of songs. Those are the things that are involved in singing or rapping, having those dynamic skills that are involved in it, because in the end, you want to make a great record, yeah? So that's a top skill for me. Every artist should be able to sing or rap or talk or flow. My phone is so rude. This should be number 5. Top skill that an artist should have is, for me, strategic planning. And I say this because is there any day that you wake up you don't plan something? Like, I plan to eat, I plan to sleep, I plan not to do anything. It's still a plan. And I put strategic in front of this skill for my for my viewers, because you can't just randomly plan. With music, it's step by step. It has to be towards something. It has to be very specific. And if you do not strategize, you may just implement nothing. You'll just be doing it and see how it goes. But I think that because we are music artists, we're a tad bit more intentional towards the music. So you would have to plan everything, like plan when to record, plan how to record, plan the time frame of when the song will be released, plan how to promote the song, plan. So where strategic planning now comes in is making sure that these things you are adding to the plan are timed. They have a schedule when they are going to be done, how they are going to be actualized is there. That is why I brought this skill up. It's important for many artists. Why are you planning if it's not strategic? How is it going to be effective? That's what I think. So it's important to have the skill of strategic planning. If you're not great at it, Google, ask people, ask for help. Yes, it's important to ask for help. You can't do everything by yourself. So draw yourself a map or a board and just penning things. As simple as that sometimes. It's not because it's a big word, it means that you have to do a screen presentation for it. No, sometimes it's that simple. Just plan. Learn how to plan. So number 6 top skill for me that any artist should have would be graphic design, the basic graphic design. Why? Maybe not because you want to be a graphic designer, but sometimes you end up needing to direct your graphic designer what you want, and those are ways to pass it across. Having a sketch, having an idea. In some exclusive cases, you end up being the graphic designer. So it's important to have that skill because it will save you time. It will save you having to pass across an idea to someone else. You can try and actualize what you want your cover art to look like for your music to go out there. And graphic design is so useful because you learn more about things like shape, arrangement, color, just those beautiful things. Maybe it's just me that likes stuff like that, but I found it very interesting when I started learning graphic design, and it helped me with a lot of things. I'm not good at colors. Even with the way I blend clothes, I'm not good with colors like that. But when I started using a graphic design tool, I think it was Canva app and a bunch of other ones, I now know, oh, this shade goes with this shade. Even though I don't know the name now, but I know shades and I know how I can use this on this background and stuff like that. Like if I see black now, I need something that will pop. I won't put some deep red on it, depending on what I'm trying to achieve. So yes, I've enjoyed having that skill. That saved me tons of money paying people to do my cover art, and I have songs out there because I've been able to just skip that expense and pay for something else instead. So I think that it's important for artists to have the skill of basic graphic design. You can just search how to use an app that can give you basic cover art or album art, and you learn how to do it in a short while. But with more practice, obviously, you get better with things. So my next top skill that an artist should have, I believe, is songwriting. Not every artist is a songwriter, but most artists are songwriters. I think most time when I meet artists, very few of them have told me I can't write songs, and they actually don't. They just have people do it for them and they just want to vocalize. Very, very few. But it's still necessary to have it so that you are great in delivery. Because if you have no clue what songwriting is about and they tell you to sing a certain way, I feel like you will not know why this melody should come at this place, and you will just not deliver it the way that the songwriter would. Then another reason why you should have a songwriting skill is if you don't have a songwriter, who go do one? So you should probably have a basic skill so that if they even send you beats, you can deliver demos to someone else that can make your song better. Now, one of the things that songwriting as a skill for me has done is I will never be found not having something to do on a beat, because I found a way to make sure if I hear a beat, I'll create melodies on it, or it will teach me, or it will speak to me what kind of words to write about, and then I have a storyline before I make melodies and deliver. So I think when I knew I could write songs, I made sure to keep going at it, testing it, listening to people who had written, reading what their lyrics are like. I'm like, okay, this is a good angle to come from. So it helped me, sharpened my mind. It's made me stay more interested in the whole music making process. Sometimes when people are singing and I'm witnessing the session, I'm already telling myself, let me see where she will go with this. And sometimes I'm right in my head and it's blending. If something is off, I'm quick to catch it. So sometimes what a skill does for you is really just blending with other skills and using it for something which is a greater goal. And that would be good music in the end. Another top skill that I think every artist should have is production or beat making, because some people will tell you that a beat is not fully produced except like after the artist has delivered, then you go around and work on the beat again. So I would say the skill I'm talking about is beat making, just coming up with like the beats where you put the song, where you sing on top. Yes, just coming up with those beats, I think, is an important part of your journey. Learning it will probably open your eyes to first of all, the kind of work that goes into production. You need to know it as an artist so that you will value it when they send you beats. Aside that, it's important to have the skill because you can now make beats yourself and make your process of music making faster. Also, you can translate immediate thoughts into what you want in a beat. So, if anybody can do it, you can do it. I think you should have the skill. If you're an artist and you really like challenging yourself, or pick up any one or two or three or four of these skills I've mentioned. And one of them right now that I'm talking about is being able to make beats or produce. Yeah. For me, I'm learning it and I've enjoyed the process. I've enjoyed the process of learning how to make beats so far. It's been beautiful. It's been wholesome. It's such a different skill. It's different from when I learned how to mix or do a typical mix down. So yeah, I think I have one more top skill. I'm going to say the last skill off the top of my head that every artist should have. It will be good interpersonal communication. if you can't hold a conversation to save your life, it's not cute. A lot of artists have been misjudged just because maybe they don't really know what to say in their mind. It's not like anything is wrong. They're not proud. They're not cocky or saucy. No. So I think finding that balance of being able to talk to, once you meet people, having the great conversation, of being able to be diplomatic when you talk, balancing responses to questions and gestures, the whole idea of interpersonal communication being good is when you communicate, people find it great. I guess. Yeah, so that's one more top skill I think every artist should have great interpersonal communication, not just in person. When you chat with people, you have to be as receptive as possible, make things clear. When you talk, be as clear as possible. If you are not understanding something, ask questions. So that's what I think good interpersonal communication entails. So every artist, don't be bad, have that. I'm a shy person, but I had to learn as I was growing that someone, maybe every time you answer people for under your mouth, you have to open your mouth and actually speak. And I think I've tried. Growing up now, I've been doing better with my communication with others. Yes, so those are my top skills that I think every artist should have. Learn how to do it better if you don't already know how to. There's so many more I can think of, but I felt these ones I could just narrow it down. If I ever do a top 20, 30, I could add more. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, subscribe to my channel if you already haven't, and I hope that you enjoy other ones. You can check my page if you haven't. So until next one, thank you for watching. Bye.